It is time now for the Peter Chill 5 o'clock news for this Wednesday evening, November 26, 2014. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Here are your news headlines here on this Wednesday evening here, and our top story at 5:01 here is protesters hold bidders through the march throughout the streets of the second night of protests to the Ferguson grand jury decision of Darren Wilson's not guilty plea of the Michael Brown death as protests against Ferguson's decision grow. In Washington, President Barack Obama parted the national Thanksgiving turkey with a smile on Wednesday, but he admitted before saving the bird from its likely demise that he was found the decades-old tradition somewhat puzzling. In Minneapolis, New York, one of the busiest, most stressful travel days of the year posed special challenges in the crowd in Washington and Boston corridor as travelers on the way to Thanksgiving celebration contended with a nor'easter packet rain of snow. Police officers cleared barricades while others tore down tents and carried away gear in Bangkok district of Hong Kong on Wednesday. Privacy watchdogs in Europe say that a controversial rule which affects all local European versions of Google search engine should be applied more broadly. A government report says that the smoking rate for U.S. adults dipped below 18% for the first time last year. That is still about the same rate found in 2012 and translates to about 42 million smokers. It is an odd tradition, but sure, every year the eve of Thanksgiving, the president and state of the United States pardons a turkey at the White House. The Ebola outbreak in Sierra Leone, which has been surging in recent weeks, may have been reached its peak and could be on the verge of slowing down, Sierra Leone's information minister said Wednesday, after months of insisting that there will be definitely reach a nuclear agreement by November 24th and that there will be no extension to the deadline. The Iranian and World Power Negotiation Cabinet in Vienna announced that there is no agreement in talks. In Berlin, German's coalition government pledged Wednesday to introduce a bill mandating quotas for women on the supervisory boards of the country's top companies after a few interrupted this week for when a leading conservative lawmaker told the minister. Syria's government launched airstrikes in Islamic State's de facto capital in Raqqa on Tuesday, reported killing nearly 100 people in one of the deadliest raids against the imbalanced Syrian city since it fell under the militant group's control earlier this year. After a grand jury decision not a police officer in the shooting of an armed black teenager in Ferguson, Missouri, President Obama condemned the riots that followed but said, "We need to recognize the situation in Ferguson speaks to broader measures. The fate of convicted murderer Jody Ayers could already testimony of one woman. Forget the turkey dinner and football. The real main event of Thanksgiving weekend is arrived as the shopping once again retailers are kicking off the shopping frenzy that starts on Thursday, hits full steam on Black Friday and continues throughout the weekend. Iran's oil minister said its nation's position on oil markets is close to that of Saudi Arabia, hours after the world's biggest crude exporter signaled it may not favor output curbs in response to slumping prices. Starting today, Twitter users on iOS and Android devices will be alerted at a change in type of data that the social network is collecting on them, and it will be offered up-down by adjusting their settings. Creed frontman Scott Stapp was once led the Billboard album chart and played to a sold-out crowd in the late 90s, posted a Facebook video on Wednesday revealing shocking details about his current living situation. His unnecessary sequels go. Horrible Bosses 2.5 band. Once again, Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, and Jason Sudeikis play three idiots who try to succeed in business only to get pushed around by the man until they can't take it any longer. Singer-songwriter Garth Brooks performs after accepting an award at the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers Centennial Awards in New York on November 17, 2014, as Garth Brooks cancels TV appearances among Ferguson unrest. When Moda's professional partners, Derek Cole, was asked why the YouTube fashionista reacts in comparison to all his previous partners, he fears the answer but shared some surprising details in the process. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station 250 miles or 400 kilometers above the Earth's surface will not be missing in action where this year's Thanksgiving celebration should be concerned. A team of scientists led by the University of Colorado Boulder has discovered an invisible Star Trek-style shield that blocks so-called killer electrons 7,200 miles above Earth. Dutch biotech Unikur capitals in uncharted territory with a precedent in its gene therapy drug, Glaber, which is Alpion Tiprevec. Finish off a juicy steak can be highly or night out, but when that special meal becomes a regular occurrence, you can be harming your brain over the long term. Take a look at stock market reports here on this Thanksgiving Eve. Dow Jones 17,827.75, up 12.81. S&P 500 2072.83, up 5.80. Nasdaq 4787.32, up 29.07. European markets, DAX 9915.56, up 54.35. FTSE 6729.17, down 1.97. CAC 4372.42, up down 8.89 thousand points. Asian markets, Nikkei 7383.58, down 24.04. Shanghai 2604.89, up 37.29. HSI 24,111.98, up 68.07. Oil markets here, 73.53, down 56 cents. Brent 37.58, down 75 cents. And natural gas 4.335, down 68,000 points. In the gold markets, 1196.30, down 80 cents. Silver 16.455, down 90,000 points. And copper 2.959, up 2,000 points. In the bonds, US 10 yield 2.247%, down 16,000 points. German 10 yield 0.736%, up 3,000 points. And Japanese 10 yield 0.455%, down 2,000 points. European US dollar 1.2505, unchanged. US dollar Japanese yen 117.71, down 1 cent. And Great Britain pound, US dollar 1.579, unchanged. And let's take a look at New England Instant Alerts here at 5:07. A new salesman in Massachusetts had 3 down state police that reported a 3 down on Route 202, a sick alternative route. In River, Massachusetts at 535 Park Avenue, motor vehicle accident with injuries. Mansfield, Connecticut, 30 Wilton Hill Road, a vehicle fire. And in Kenton, Massachusetts, a structure fire at second alarm 59 Endicott Street is certainly on scene for MA. As Sharon, Randolph, and Foxborough all assisting with MA and fires in knockdown at ACW will continue extensive overhaul. And we got a public service announcement about 495. It's a complete mess in Bellingham, Franklin, and Wenton and Plainville area, both north and south, and several motor vehicle accidents, some serious adverse manners. Also, several spinouts with cars off the road. Please slow down and give yourself extra time. Better to get there late than not at all. Here. And take a look at sports news. Here, Jeff Penny has been asked. Hamlin's home is Ramirez happy to go back where you belong. Here. Be prepared to hear a lot about Mr. Tuck from the Washington Redskins about the future of Robert Griffin III. And ignore almost all his Colt McCoy could do for Redskins what Robert Griffin III could not and might keep him. Number 5, North Carolina falls to Butler 74-66, and Devon still has celebrated his 4-year-old daughter. Leigh is a crazy fighter who has turned down catcher smelling food. Peter Telenews on 508 here, and it's time now to travel report on a crucial Thanksgiving evening. Thanksgiving Eve night here at 508 here. And take a look at the traffic situation here. And wow, look at that. Look at that. Checking out the traffic situation here. And 128 is slow and stop on side from Peabody all the way down through Norwood. 128 stop from very slow. 128 northbound slow from Norwood all the way up into Beverly. 120 northbound side slow from the split all the way down for Randolph. Route 3 on the southbound side is backed up from the split all the way down through Hanover. And Route 3 stopping an accident on Route 3 on the southbound side near 139 Marshall, so expecting delays. 24 southbound, and it's backed up from 120 Randolph all the way down for Brockton here, and you hit the brakes again from 495 and Raynham all the way down to Dayton near 95 on the northbound side is backed up from Foxborough all the way down through 120 Cantoneer and 495. It's backed up on both ends due to an accident on 495 near 95 in Foxbury. So it's backed up on both ends from 95 in Foxbury all the way out to Amesbury. So it's a long, slow backup here. And Mass Pike on the westbound side. Backed up on both ends from Newton all the way out to the New York State line here. So if you're in that area of the Pike and any other highway, expect some delays here. 393, 95 are all slow from 128 to the New Hampshire border. And looking at the Worcester highways, it's all slow here. It's the second accident in Mass Pike westbound after Charlton Plaza here. Charlton vehicle spun out of Mass Pike eastbound after Charlton Plaza eastbound. Slow traffic from Marine Street 9, which is A4. I-84 northbound slow from Connecticut all the way up to the Mass Pike. And 495 is more on fine from Foxborough all the way down for Wareham. Route 6 is more on fine from Center down to Orleans. 20 more on fine from Borden down to Falmouth here. And take a look at Providence area outlook here. 295 and both sides is slow from Attleboro down for Lincoln here. 146 northbound slow on both ends on around the Lincoln stretch. 95 southbound slow from downtown Providence down for the downtown Providence. And down for the Thurber area curve. Route 295 southbound side slow. You put 95 at Warwick. 295 on the northbound side. It's backed up from Warwick all the way down to Smithfield here. And 146 is backed up from Worcester all the way down for Blackstone. 395 is backed up from the Mass Pike down to Connecticut border here. And Route 2 it's backed up from Acton all the way out to Greenfield and I-91. Backed up from Greenfield all the way down to Springfield and stretching all the way down Hartford here. And take a look at the northern New England there. 393.95 all backed up in the New Hampshire border with a little slow. 101 slow. I-89 is backed up from the Vermont border all the way down to Concord. And 95 is slow from New Hampshire all the way up into Maine here. Including the Maine turnpike here. So if you're driving, try to use some caution. Try to use some extra caution. And try to be safe. And take your time. Get into your destination here. And take some breaks because you have to contend with the weather in addition to the traffic here on this Thanksgiving Eve, and hope you make your destination safe and sound. If not, stay at home with the company of friends and family. Here, channel news on 512. Let's take a look at the big weather situation here. Our current conditions here in North Massachusetts at 5 o'clock, 37 degrees on temperature, rain, fog, and mist, humidity 93%, wind speed north about 7 gusts and 23 miles per hour barometer. Trying 89 inches, dew about 35 degrees, and visibility 3 miles, with wind chill about 32 degrees. And current conditions around region here, it's 34 here in Boston, 32 in Bedford, 34 in Beverly, 38 in Gloucester, 32 in Able, 49 in Cape Cod Bay, 34 in Pittsburgh, 31 in Worcester, 33 in Sturbridge and Webster, 34 in Milford, and in Norwood, 37 in Taunton, 39 in Bedford, it's 41 in Plymouth, 43 in Provincetown, 43 in Falmouth, 45 in Chatham, 44 in Murfreesboro, and 45 in Nantucket. It's 46 in Cape Cod Bay, 39 in Buckdown, 37 in Westerly, 37 in Providence, 34 in Smithfield. It's 30 in New York City and Islip, and 41 in Montauk, 38 in Long Island. It's 38 in Bridgeport, 42 in New Haven, 34 in Denver and Waterbury and Meriden, 33 in Hartford, 34 in Windsor, 33 in Springfield, 32 in Amherst, 33 in Greenfield and Athol, 31 in Pittsfield, 32 in Northampton. It's 32 in Albany, 31 in Saratoga Springs. It's 32 in Bennington, 30 in Belleville, up and down in Brooklyn. It's 34 in Keene, 31 in Jeffrey, 34 in Laconia, 32 in Concord and Manchester, Hampshire, 33 in the National Hampshire, 32 in Portsmouth, Hampshire, and it's 34 up in Portland, Maine. Here. Alright, current conditions around the nation here. Station flood for British Columbia, stretching the name from Montana, 7 Alberta, down for western South Dakota. And another cold front from eastern South Dakota, down from Minnesota, and up in Ontario, up to northern Quebec here. And another station front from Washington State, stretching it down out of Wyoming, and down for Colorado, a cold front from Colorado, down to Mexico, and down from northern Texas, up to western Arkansas, down from Missouri. Warm front up in the northeastern Missouri, and down for Illinois, western Indiana, western Kentucky, and a pink front up to Iowa here. You got a cold front from Cuba, stretching up in the northern up the Atlantic seaboard, up the Carolina coastline here. Warm front off the North Carolina coastline at the sea, and a cold front at the sea. Front of mine from Central New York, Dane for the Midland State. Front of mine from Ohio, Dane for the Virginians, and for Carolinas here. Front of mine from Texas, stretching in eastern Arkansas. Front of mine from Mexico, down the sea. Front of mine from western Arizona, stretching in for Gulf of California. Front of mine from Central California, down the coast here. High pressure in northeastern Nevada, western New Mexico, and northern Mexico, and off the Louisiana coastline, and up in Quebec and Nova Scotia and western Michigan here. While we get some low pressure in Idaho, down for southwestern Wyoming, and then off the North Carolina coastline here. In central portions of Iowa here. It's 36 degrees out temperature around in Detroit, 32 in Pittsburgh, 37 in Washington, D.C., 56 in Atlanta, Georgia. It's 66 in Miami, Florida, 73 in Brownsville, 63 in Dallas, Texas, 36 in Kansas City, 28 in Chicago, 25 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 29 in Omaha, Nebraska. It's 30 in Great Falls, Montana, 57 in Seattle, 62 in San Francisco, 76 in Los Angeles, 70 in Phoenix, 63 in Las Vegas. It's 57 out in Salt Lake City, 55 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and 38 out in Denver, Colorado. Here. Alrighty, let us take a look at our radar situation here so far here, and take a look. What is going on in the latest radar picture here? And it shows like the moderate bands of rain, some heavy from the North Shore, stretching down for greater Boston and down for much of the southeastern Massachusetts, Cape Town, down for much of Rhode and down for coastal and eastern parts of Connecticut here. And take a look at the sleeting from southern New York State, down for Connecticut, down for Sturbridge around Worcester, and stretching down to West Boston and up into the North Shore, up 95 from Peabody up into the Newburyport and up off the seacoast, New Hampshire, and then up into Maine here. While we're seeing some bands of snow from Northern Connecticut and stretching it out to central and western Massachusetts up to Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and to much of New York City down for western New Jersey here. And we're going to take a look at our radar situation around the country. It shows rain showers from the New England coastline down to the Atlantic seaboard and then for central Cuba here. And we'll see some rain showers in northeastern Arkansas down from eastern Missouri and rain with some snow showers around western Illinois down for eastern Iowa. Snow showers around northern Wisconsin and Michigan with some clouds with it. And a lot of clouds coming in much of the New England down for the New York State and up down to the Midland states here. And a lot of clouds from that Nebraska down for western Dakota, stretching it down through Wyoming, Montana, up to Idaho, and a lot of clouds coming much from Oregon and Washington State, down from northern California, and a lot of clouds coming from western Saskatchewan, down for Alberta, down for British Columbia, and down snow showers down for southern British Columbia, and rain showers off the Washington and Oregon coastlines here. Okay, let us take a look what is going on in the tropics here. Okay, let's take a look. What's going on in the tropics? Nothing brewing in the tropics here. Alright, let's take a look at our forecast discussion around the region. First around the country here is heavy rain over parts of the Pacific Northwest. Snow over northern New England here. And temperature to be 10 to 20 degrees above average over parts of the Central Rockies and the Great Basin. A storm just off the northeast coast will move northeast off the eastern Canada by Friday morning. The system will produce moderate wet snow over parts of the northeast that will taper off to light snow over northern New England by Thanksgiving morning. Thursday and in the Thursday evening, the moderate to heavy rain will develop along the Mid-Atlantic and New England coastlines ending late Wednesday night. Meanwhile, front extending from the western Ohio Valley to the southern plains will move quickly off the southeast coast by Thursday evening Thanksgiving. The storm will produce light snow over parts of the Great Lakes by Thursday evening, and light snow will also develop over parts of the Middle Mississippi Valley that will move over parts of the Central Appalachians by Thursday evening, and rain will also develop over parts of the Ohio Valley and move to western North Carolina by Thursday morning here. A persistent boundary extending from the Central High Plains to northwestward to the British Columbia and aid in focus and participation of parts of the northwest of the Northern High Plains are weakly in front of the move into the Pacific Northwest on Thursday morning. Thanksgiving anticipates the system will bring light to moderate rain to the northwest coast and parts of the northern California Friday morning. Rain and highest elevation snows will develop over the parts of the northern Rockies and northern Intermountain region Friday. And in addition, snow will develop over the parts of the northern High Plains Thursday afternoon. And upper level jet dynamics will aid in producing light snow over the parts of the northern plains into the Great Lakes Thursday evening and the Friday morning. Additionally, the pocket of rain and freezing rain will develop over parts of the northern High Plains on Thursday morning and Thanksgiving. Alright, let's take a look what is going on in the forecast discussion around the region here. A developing coastal storm will track near Nantucket this evening and quickly move out to sea overnight. This storm will bring a variety of weather impacts to the region tonight with heavy snow well inland, heavy rain, and strong winds along the coast, and mixed precipitation between weather conditions improved for Thanksgiving Day. High pressure builds over New England Friday and shifts offshore over the weekend. A warm front moves across the region on Saturday night. A cold front then swings front New England late Sunday night or Monday. Another warm front approaches next Wednesday. Near trip till 6 a.m. Thursday morning. Winter storm trekking close to the coast and passing over Nantucket overnight tonight. Impacts heavy snow western central Massachusetts, southern New Hampshire. Strong winds southeast Massachusetts and southern Rhode Island. Heavy rain and minor port range urban flooding much of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts. 4:15 p.m. update with low covenants and freezing rain continuing for Bristol County have changed their freezing rain advisory over to the winter weather advisory to incorporate the sleet and snow threats as well. Send product overview and model preferences 12Z. Model guidance as rain consistent with 00C to 06C guidance with a surface low passing over near Nantucket. Pattern recommendations suggest excess or heavier snow should be along and just northwest of the H7 low track, which models agree with be across northwest Massachusetts, southern western New Hampshire. So heavier snow will be into Vermont and New Hampshire, without heavier snow in southern New England and across northwestern Massachusetts and southwestern New Hampshire. Indeed, the heavy snow has fallen across much of the southern New Hampshire as well as portions of the northwest Massachusetts and northern Connecticut here. prototype of snowfall. The axis that the heaviest snow has been and should continue to be along the northwest of the line of Bradley Field and Worcester and National New Hampshire, and a swell of 6 to 12 inches is expected across the area. Snow will likely be heavy at times across this region at approximately 9 p.m. with a snowfall rates reported as 1 to 2 inches per hour. There will be even a lower probability of a thunderstorm as a dry slot approaches this evening. Stations further upstream have reported thunder, including the Allentown and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and lightning was seen as close as the southern portions of the Hudson Valley. Heavy wet snow was resulting in several downed trees and branches as well as power outlines already this afternoon. This has resulted in power outages across the portions of northwest Massachusetts and southwest New Hampshire here. Southeast of the Bradley Worcester National line and roughly northwest of the I-95 corridor have seen a mix of rain, snow, and sleet. This is likely to continue throughout the remainder of the afternoon before changing over to all snow later this evening, as this mix of sleet will reduce snow totals somewhat. However, and add to the hazardous travel conditions that favor south and the east into the Boston Providence corridor, a cold rain is mixed with sleet and even some freezing rain this afternoon, as that's already caused some traffic accidents and slippery roads. There's a low probability of snow mixing in later this afternoon and evening, resulting in a slushy inch or possibly 2 accumulating. Nevertheless, this will be yield slippery travel, especially about 10 p.m. when the precipitation intensity is at its greatest. And finally, for southern and down southeast Massachusetts, mainly windswept rain, storm with minor ported drainage and urban flooding as rainfall totals up to 2 inches possible. Have lowered snowfall totals a bit from the I-95 corridor eastward based on the mix of precipitation seen this afternoon. However, the rain only changed the headlines that was made to add a freezing rain advisory for northern Bristol County and Massachusetts and added phase rain warning and a winter weather advisory for northern Rhode Island, which is there are some areas in mainland advisory area, but also in the warning area, just warning in the advisory that may not reach the snowfall totals generally associated with these headlines. They impacted this first winter storm of the season during one of the busiest travel days of the year, such that we feel that warning is justified. And for the winds, a strong low-level northeast jet will move across Rhode Island, southeast Massachusetts, including Cape Cod and Islands Band. 000 and models projecting 40-50 knot jet at 925 millibars. That's coupled with a strong pressure falls and relatively warm ocean waters, providing a well-mixed boundary. Layer will yield a moderate risk of 50 mile per hour wind gusts from the south coast to the Plymouth County, Cape Cod, and Islands, with main decrease over the islands for a time. The scene as well makes it closest to approach somewhat near Nantucket time, and the strongest winds up continues to be late this afternoon, just after midnight on Thursday. Alrighty, let us take a look at airport delays here. And checking out airport delays here. And Logan Airport in Boston, Massachusetts. Newark, New Jersey, Newark Liberty International Airport, and JFK and LaGuardia, New York get delays, along with Philadelphia airports get delays. And if you're traveling by air, check with your airline here to make sure that your flight is okay and all there. And take a look at National Grid, and it shows 10,813 customers in the dark without power so far tonight on this Thanksgiving Eve. Much of it in central and western Massachusetts because of the heavy snow and winds there. And N-Star's got 418 customers in the dark. And Public Service of New Hampshire is reporting 32,328 customers in the dark without power in the Granite State. And we are under a winter weather advisory for much of the North Shore and down for Greater Boston and down for Norfolk and Northern Bristol counties and much of Providence County and Western Kent County and down for Central Connecticut and Coastal Connecticut here. And we got a wind advisory for Southeastern Connecticut, around New London, down for Southern Rhode Island, down for South Coast of Massachusetts, around the South Shore, and down to Cape Islands there. And we got winter storm warning for Northern Connecticut, up to much of Metro West and Northern Massachusetts, down for central and western portions of Massachusetts, up into southern Vermont, up into Vermont, New Hampshire, and up into Maine. Here. And storm total snowfalls. Here in New England, we may see less than an inch of snow along with a cold rain here. And we're seeing up to 10 to 12 inches of snow up in Vermont, New Hampshire, and up into Maine here. And the further north you go, from here, the more snow you'll get here. As the spring and Worcester quarter could get up to 6 to 8 inches of rain and up into Lowell and up into southern New Hampshire here. And snowfall reports through 3 p.m. Plainfield, Massachusetts got 6.8 inches of snow. Winchester, Massachusetts got 5. Southampton's got 4. Shrewsbury's got 3. Blandford, Massachusetts got 5 inches. North Granby, Connecticut got 4 inches. Ulster, New Hampshire's got 4 inches. And North Foster, Rhode Island's got a half inch of snow here. In tonight's lows, we'll see the range of 26 to 32 degrees for much of the region here. And we are under a winter weather advisory. Okay, we have a winter weather advisory. Freezing rain advisory has been in place with a winter weather advisory in effect until 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday at the National Weather Service. In Taunton, additional winter weather advisory for a winter mix of precipitation, which is in effect until 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. Locations north of Bristol County including Attleboro, North Attleboro, and Norton has the types of winter mix of precipitation including sleet, snow, and freezing rain. Accumulation of snow accumulation up to 1 inch along with a trace of ice. Time and freezing rain is most likely to occur through 4 p.m. then mainly snow and sleet. Impacts this. Storm will significantly impact holiday travel, making driving dangerous at times. Physically and heavy snow expected to be significantly reduced to 1/4 mile or less at times. A winter weather advisory is issued when snow and ice is forecast to develop in the affected areas, but accumulations are expected to be light. Any snow ice will be resulting in slippery conditions on untreated roadways and sidewalks. When temperature is below freezing, and motorists need to be especially careful on bridges and overpasses where slippery spots could easily develop. Here. And day 1 tonight, winter weather advisory 2 for 7, Thursday for Tuesday, winter weather advisory here. So for tonight, it goes like this here. For tonight. For tonight, rain, snow, and sleet before 3 a.m. Then a chance of snow low around 31 degrees. Northwest wind about 10 to 50 miles per gust size. 40 miles per hour. Chest ratio is 80%. Little no sleet or no snow, sleet, and accumulation expected. For Thanksgiving Day, a slight chance of snow showers before 11 a.m. Then a chance of rain showers. Most clouds got a high at 40 degrees. Northwest wind about 3 to 6 miles per hour. Chest ratio 30%. Little no snow accumulation expected. For Thursday night, a chance of snow showers rain before 10 p.m. The clouds got low about 25 degrees. Cloud wave becoming northwest wind 5 miles per hour after midnight. Chest ratio is 30%. Little no snow accumulation expected. For Friday, a slight chance of snow showers before 9 a.m. Punta Sky about 36 degrees. Northwest wind about 7 miles per hour. Chest ratio 20%. Friday night, most of the sky low about 20 degrees. For Saturday, most of the skies with a high about 38, low about 29 degrees. For Sunday, Punta Saturday, most skies about 51, low about 40 degrees. Monday, at Chester showers, most skies about 54 degrees. Chest ratio 30%. Monday night, most of the skies low about 25 degrees. For Tuesday, most skies about 37, low about 29 degrees. And for Wednesday, at Chester rain, most of the skies about 52 degrees. Peters, what a phrase of the day up. Little stormy night in town. Hey, Wednesday, have a good night, good evening, with a good advisory till I'll be soon for an 11 o'clock late night report. Have a good evening. I'll see you 11.